Welcome to the Movie Draft Podcast. I am Ethan Simi, and today I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Ben Lawhorn.
Hello.
And my other wonderful, still co-host, Sophie Holsinger.
What's up, everyone?
And today we are revisiting the movies of 2025 in an auction-style draft. We're running it back, year number 2. We have made a habit, a ritual of the last episode of the year for 2 years now. Every year we've been a pod revisiting the very first episode that we do of the year. So last year it was 2024 auction, and then we revisited that at the very end of the year. And this year it's the same, but with 2025. We kicked off the year with a 2025 auction. We did one in the middle of the year actually as well. And now we are revisiting it here at the very end of the year, the last episode of 2025. Sophie, you're here. It's been 23 episodes, but kind of also a lot longer than that because, you know, your appearances have been sporadic at best. The top 25 movies of the 21st century collaborative draft. You made an appearance. We had to call on the big dogs, and that was you. But you're back now for a very important episode. What's up? How are you?
I'm back. It's so good to be here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is an important one. I couldn't miss this one. I've been busy, but I've been good. I've been listening to the pod. I've been critiquing. I've been sending my Tom Hanks draft. Finally, I've been, just marinating. I was thinking about the fact that a lot of these movies have changed my life. So potentially the last time I'm a different woman than the last time I was on this podcast because of some of the movies we're going to talk about today. So
dang.
Yeah.
Wow, that's it's beating me to the punch a little bit. The big question of the episode is 2025 a good movie year? Which I'm very enthralled to hear your response now. Okay, new Sophie, new draft, new strategy, new movies in life. The people respect that you come good on your word and you put out the Tom Hanks power rankings. I appreciate it. I know Ben appreciates it. There were some pretty big glaring omissions. We got a lot of feedback, but it means a lot that you did it, and that's really what matters the most.
And just Ben, under the wire of that year that we gave you to do it, you have one calendar year to do this. I think you made it within like 2 weeks or so.
Yep.
So I appreciate the effort you put into it. That's all I'm saying. I think it's nice of you. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's like the bar from now on is any task we ask Sophie to complete, she gets 365 days.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
1 year. So whatever the call out is on this episode, you've got exactly 1 year.
We'll see you next December.
Awesome.
Yeah. Next December 30th. You quite literally have all of 2026 to do whatever we ask of you right now here on the show. Ben, hey, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. I'm feeling, I don't know what I'm feeling about this draft. This is going to be really interesting. So yeah, I'm excited.
I think it will be an interesting draft. I will say, I'll peel back the curtain just a little bit. So, December is a little infamous in terms of difficulty of recording and getting episodes out and up and guests and the whole thing. So we are recording episode 103, the last episode of 2025, right now on December 8th. We have yet to record last week's episode, which will have been the Tom Cruise auction draft. Haven't recorded it yet. We do it in 24 hours. So we're doing a little kind of, time swap on the draft on the recording. We have, however, recorded together the Stanley Kubrick collaborative draft, which is not out to the public yet. And I think this would be a great time capsule, just a great blip on the timeline to figure out how you feel, not only about that collaborative draft, but give your guesses as to how people will interpret the list.
Let's see. I'm going to pull up the list because I need to remember the order.
Can we do something, though? Can we do something real fast? Because by the time this episode comes out, this will be public knowledge.
Yeah.
So, Sophie, can we spoil the list for you and get your live reaction to what our Kubrick collab was?
Yes, I love that.
Okay. Are you a Kubrick fan?
Yes.
Okay,
I am.
Cool.
Okay. Have you seen all of his films, most of his films?
I've seen them all except maybe 2. Like I don't think I've seen Lolita or The Killing. Is that one?
That is one.
Well, This is interesting.
Haven't seen
Fascinating, huh, Ben? That
This is
shapes up
interesting.
quite well.
Yeah. It's like
okay.
you knew what to say. That was perfect.
Exactly true. So this will be information not really new for anybody else, but new for you, Sophie. I'm very curious what your take on this is going to be. So we did all 13 of his movies. So I'll run through the 13 real fast. At 13, Killer's Kiss. At 12, Fear and Desire, his first two movies, of course. At 11 was Lolita. 10, Spartacus. Number 9, shit really went haywire, and we put forth Barry Lyndon. I do not subscribe to that whatsoever.
Whoa.
Yeah, please watch this video on YouTube or Spotify so you can see Sophie's facial reactions. They're great. Number 8, A Clockwork Orange. Number 7, Paths of Glory. Number 6, Eyes Wide Shut. Number 5, Full Metal Jacket. Number 4, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Number 3, The Shining. Number 2, The Killing. And number 1, Doctor Strangelove. So you're missing out on the number 2 movie that we deemed Kubrick's second best.
Who was on this draft? Who was this?
Not the big dogs, not you.
Oh wow, that is
So it was me and Ben, Adam Pulcher of Deep Dive Film School, and your good friend Tyler Whitmore, of the Real Talk Pod.
Wow, that I'm concerned. I
think the biggest feedback will
be concerned.
Yeah, The Killing will be the biggest feedback we get, but to me that's because people haven't seen it. I think the people that see it would be like, okay, yeah, I understand why that. I mean, it's his third movie. It's really kind of his first movie, and he just fucking crushes it. He does such a good job. So I think that's gonna be our biggest feedback on that episode for sure. Okay, maybe the Barry Lyndon aspect of it too. It's a little Barry Lyndon in the bottom half is a that's for tough. Sure.
You could have done something about it, Ben, and you chose not to. I just want the world to know I don't stand by basically any of what we did on that show whatsoever. Yeah. I think I crashed out pretty hard when Eyes Wide Shut was nominated, and I just ceased to really play after that. I just kind of threw in the towel. So we should. Maybe we'll re-Kubrick on 2026. I will
say, I think, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but this might be the most exciting use of the veto override we've had on this whole show, on all 103 episodes.
Wow.
It was fun. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. So if you haven't listened to that yet, episode 100, a few weeks ago when you're listening, the listener, but for us in a couple of weeks, all good things. Maybe, I guess, probably not when it comes to that type of collaborative effort that didn't pan out in my favor. But hopefully this draft will pan out in my favor because we're competing for a win here. We are not collaborating. We are drafting, full stop, and we are doing an auction style draft, which I'm really excited about. And we're going to be talking about 2025, the year in movies. So, Sophie, I will start with you. You led us on a little bit. You teased us. You're a new woman. 2025 means a lot to you in the world of film. Was it a good movie year, a great movie year? What's your take on the cinematic year we've had so far?
I thought it was a great movie year. I think there's a lot of good stuff like at the top 5-star masterpieces, but then there's a lot of just stuff that I really enjoyed that, a lot of like filmmakers I like just put out movies this year that I think were really solid. But then there were also some really fun surprises and debuts that I also really enjoyed. I don't know if this is spoiling anything. I guess not. I've seen around like 100 movies that have come out this year, and usually I've seen even more than that. I've been busy, haven't been queuing up as much as usual, but I still feel like this year is probably my favorite year in movies since like 2019, which 2019 is maybe my favorite year in movies like ever. So that's saying a lot.
That's big.
But yeah. I really liked this year a lot, and I can see myself like in looking at my big ranked list. I feel like my top 20 I can see myself revisiting over and over again, which is kind of rare. So yeah, I thought it was a great year.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty big. That is huge. A little insightful to the strategy here. You've got a pretty wide swath of new releases. You've cracked 100. Something to keep in mind. I'm a little bit worried on that front, Ben. We've seen less. If I were you, I'd be substantially panicking because I know you haven't seen near 100 movies this year.
I haven't even seen a third of 100 movies this year. But that's not to say it's been a bad year. Like, I think I've enjoyed what I've watched for the most part. Like, I think this has been a good year, but yeah, I'm definitely in the lower end out of the three of us of what I've seen. So I'm not going to be able to bid on as much stuff that you guys have seen. But I don't know. I thought it was a solid year. I obviously wish I would have seen more new stuff, but someone's got to keep rewatching Ocean's 11, and that's just going to be me, I guess. So I have to do it.
Yeah. At least you understand. At least someone's out there doing it. Yeah. I think it's been a pretty good year for movies in general. I think it's actually been like a pretty remarkable year for movies if you are like passionate about them. Like I think it has been a pretty volatile year in terms of why do people like certain movies? And there's been a lot of discourse throughout the year of people loving certain things or hating certain things or whatever the case is. I'm looking at my ranked list, which is public. And, I did not private it before this. And I'm curious how we're all going to shake out on the things we want because it is auction style. So we'll have a little bit of competition. But there are very clearly several movies this year that I am monstrously passionate about. And definitely a few of them will stick, kind of like you said, Sophie, of like, I will be rewatching them a lot. And in a few years, I could see them definitely making the top 25 of like my kind of rotation, either 21st century or all time or whatever the case is. So I think it's been a pretty good year for that. I actually think it's been a pretty good movie year for smaller films as well. And I am hoping that we'll get the chance to talk about that. We're talking on the day the Golden Globe nominations came out, and I'm thinking of some nominations that are in correlation to some pretty small films, which was really exciting to see that were pretty unexpected. So I wonder what we're going to talk about in terms of that. Also a big year for blockbusters. We are recording this before Avatar Fire and Ash comes out, before Marty Supreme Christmas Day comes out, but there have been some pretty big movies, so I'm sure that we're going to talk about that as well. Yeah, so I'm curious how the auction is going to go. Like I said, this is the second year in a row that we've done this kind of end of year auction style draft. This year is a little bit different because Gooch did take your spot, Sophie, at the top of the year. It was Ben, Gooch, and myself to do the 2025 auction draft all the way back in episode 52. And I actually do have the results of not only that auction draft, but the auction draft that we did that was 2025 so far in September. And I'm going to go through those briefly in a moment, just to kind of lay the land and maybe spark some conversation about where we were at in the beginning of the year and where we are at in the middle of the year, and maybe how things have changed in value, either personally or culturally since then. I think there's been a lot of substantial movement strategy-wise for this draft. Are we like, where are you guys at? We just going for things that we want? I mean, there are no categories because it's an auction draft. So are you going for just your top 5 in general? Or what do you think is the play here?
I just want to do 6 movies that I've seen. That's my biggest goal here. It's just is to not bid on anything that I haven't seen yet. Yeah, I'm here for a good time. I think this is gonna be fun. It's just nice to have Sophie back. So
yeah. I mean, I haven't mentioned it yet. We're like 15 minutes on the show, but the Holy Trinity has been united, and it's been a long time coming.
Feels good.
It does feel really good. Sophie, do you remember how auction style drafts work? Do you know what we have to do?
Yeah, I know what we have to do, and I don't have a strategy, honestly. Not to like, that was a really sweet moment we just had, and not to be like, mean.
So it doesn't matter at
immediately,
all.
but now that I know I've kind of seen more movies than you guys, I'm not as worried because maybe I have some things up my sleeve that you guys aren't thinking about.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried. I just want movies I like.
I mean, teams are only 6 slots. So you got to keep in mind, like, just because you've seen more movies than us doesn't mean you're going to end up drafting like 19 movies, No, like we're all drafting 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I do think there are some, especially for me, within the last 4 weeks that have come out on this like beginning of November into December kind of timetable that have been either really limited release or have seen exclusive theatrical releases very briefly that I have completely missed. And I hope that we end up talking about some of those. They are some of the smaller in contention Oscar movies, I think. So I don't want to like give away anything yet, but I think there are a lot of movies that have been small that will end up being big when the year ends. So I'm curious what's going to happen. Ben, from your perspective, you want 6 movies you've seen.
Yeah.
Of those 6 movies, though, are you trying to rank? Or are you just going like cool vibes? I see you've got your One Battle After Another t-shirt on, so you're coming in hot. But like, what's the vibe of the team you're trying to throw down?
Yeah, just good movies. I don't know, stuff that I like. Like I don't know. I'm just excited to do this. Like,
okay, all right.
It was fun to, I know you're about to go over it, but it was fun to like look back at what was drafted early on to see like what was right and what maybe wasn't. But let's
do that. Let's go over real quick the 2 episodes, and maybe let's do some really brief thoughts before we dive into the auction draft here and begin the new revisited version. So the original 2025 auction draft, episode 52, came out on January 7th of 2025. Ben, myself, and our guest Gooch. Here's how the results shook out. Now, this was obviously looking forward into 2025. And these drafts, we just go off of whatever's on the Wikipedia page of releases in 2025, things that are dated, or heavily rumored to be coming out that year. So we didn't know really anything at this point in time. Gooch's team was 28 years later for $40. Marty Supreme for $10 fucking dollars. The Running Man for $75. Avatar Fire and Ash, $214. Mickey 17 for $25, and Begonia for $636. My team was F1 for $25. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning for $705. The Housemaid for $5. Saw 11, a movie that did not come out this year, for $1. A Big Bold Beautiful Tomorrow, $1. And The Fantastic Four: First Steps for $213. And Ben, your team, Untitled Trey Parker, Kendrick Lamar comedy for $261. A movie that honestly might not ever come out. Every 7 weeks, we kick it down the road a little bit more. The Naked Gun for $25. Superman for $500. Sinners for $1. Jurassic World Rebirth for $1. And The Bride, a movie that has been pushed to 2026 that we might be talking about on next week's episode, for $1. Sophie, quick takeaways from that draft.
Well, I'm a bit confused because did you guys not know One Battle was coming out?
When what was coming out?
If One Battle was coming out like that.
Great question. I don't know. I can't go back in the brain time machine.
So that's kind of crazy.
I can't believe.
Did we know? Like,
I don't know that I would have been like, oh, there's a PTA movie on the board. I have the last 3 picks. I'm just going to leave it. Like, I hope I wouldn't have taken Jurassic World Rebirth over One PTA Battle, film? But like, I just must have not known it was coming out. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess
we're not all on the inside scoop, you know?
Yeah. Maybe we just didn't know. Yeah, I think tough beat, Ben, the Untitled Trey Parker, Kendrick Lamar movie is indefinitely postponed, I think, at this point in time. So it was fun to have while you could have it.
Yeah, it was nice.
It won't exist anymore.
Sinners for $1, though. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, it's good.
Sinners for $1. Yeah, I'm really curious to see, in this context, what comes back up in this auction draft and potentially for a lot more money. I think it's worth noting Saw 11 did not come out this year either. That underwent a whole kind of restructuring with the Saw property going to Blumhouse and now falling under James Wan again. And they basically just pushed Saw 11, I believe, indefinitely until they greenlight whatever's next for the franchise. Everything else came out. So, except the 3 that we talked about. So pretty good batting average. So that was our first episode. Then we did a 2025 so far auction draft in September, the first week of September, episode 86. Now this was me and 3 guests. Neither of you guys were on this show. We had Brian Sudfield, Tyler Whitmore, and Dez on the show. I'm going to really fast run through this. Brian's team, Materialists for $230, Black Bag for $201. What made this draft interesting is we had 2 caveats. So you had to have an 3 caveats, an overrated, an underrated, and an upcoming movie on your slate. Black Bag was Brian's overrated movie. Superman for $3.85. The Phoenician Scheme for $5 as an underrated movie. Sorry Baby for $15. And Sentimental Value at the time was an upcoming film for $10. Tyler picked up Sinners for $995. So
classic.
Little
Love
bit
to see
different.
him using his own technique. I think that's great.
little different than what you ended up getting it for, Ben, back in January.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll go for $995 tonight, but who's to say? It might.
But that return on investment's pretty solid. If I was buying it on Sinners for $1,
yeah.
6 months later it's worth $9.95. Like, I'll take that deal.
Yeah, the greatest ever do it. Weapons for $1, Mickey 17 for $1. One Battle After Another for $1 was the upcoming film at the time. The Fantastic Four First Steps for $1 was overrated, and The Ballad of Wallace Island for $1 was Tyler's underrated film. Dez's team was K-Pop Demon Hunters for $60. The Monkey for $5 as underrated. Final Destination Bloodlines for $100. Begonia for $2 as an upcoming film, also drafted in the previous draft. Eddington for $20 as overrated, and 28 Years Later for $405 compared to Gooch's $40 in the draft prior. And then my team, I got F1 for $50. Well, double the price. Tough beat for me, not seeing the Ben return on investment. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is underrated for $150. I ended up saving about $550 on that one, so that's cool. Friendship, $180. Jurassic World Rebirth for $1 as overrated. Thunderbolts for $1. And Marty Supreme, upcoming for $1. So Marty Supreme really cheap in both drafts. Worth shouting out there. We're recording at a time when Ben and I haven't seen Marty Supreme, but Sophie has. That'll be interesting to tackle. Any takeaways from the 2025 so far draft?
What? Why didn't you get PTA? I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know.
Tyler.
Spectacular.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It is extremely fascinating. And this happens every so often. I think Oppenheimer is probably the closest comp we have to it, where it's like, okay, we know it's coming, but you can't really bet on it yet. And then now we're looking back through the looking glass that the world we're living in now, where it might walk away with 9 Academy Awards in March. And we're just like, guess we just lived an innocent life back then. Like, we just had no idea what was coming.
I knew what was coming.
She knew.
Interesting. Okay. I wonder how that'll shake out for tonight. Okay. No caveats, no qualifiers, nothing of super duper interest tonight. Just a plain auction style draft. We're each going to have $1,000. Teams of 6 that we're going to fill up. 18 movies in total. We're going to be drafting in a traditional snake style. And if you do fill up your team, you are forbidden from nominating any more films. So you can't basically sabotage another team. Key difference in an auction style draft: just because you nominate a film doesn't mean you get it. You just set the opening bid and determine where things go from there. And because it is auction style, you don't have to wait for a break in conversation or anything to bid. Feel free to just shout out a number as you see fit if we are, talking about a film. The last point of interest for us, we kind of talked a little bit before we recorded, and we kind of all mutually agreed, even though we're recording on December 8th and some big movies have not seen a nationwide release yet, we are agreeing here right now, everything that is releasing in 2025 is game. Avatar Fire and Ash, Marty Supreme, The Housemaid, anything that you want that is yet to come out between now and the end of December is good to be bid on. That is worth noting because it's not generally how we do a year or an auction draft or things like that. We're in agreement. This is all good?
All good.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Anything that's gonna allow me to pick more movies is great for me. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all for it as well. I kind of forgot that Sophie comes to play, and it's making me a little bit nervous. So, because I forgot what that energy is like. Yeah, the energy of the Holy Trinity is not something that I'm accustomed to anymore. So I'm getting a little bit off kilter. My power is draining as we speak. Okay, Ben, Do you have the spinner? Should we start the 2025 auction draft revisited?
Let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Let's see what happens. Ah, fascinating. Fascinating turn of events, Ben. Okay.
Switched it up. Letterbox usernames.
Okay. Letterbox usernames. Bold play. Yeah. Do you think this is going to pan out in your favor? Because it seems like you're maybe trying your hand wherever.
Doing what I can. I'll take anything at this point. So sure. Let's give her a go.
All right. How long has your handle been Oppen Mommy, Sophie? Has it always been that?
Oh, look at that.
Okay, speak of the devil.
When did I change it? I think I changed it like a month before it won Best Picture.
Wow, so you were ahead of the times.
Yeah, you know.
Hell, okay. Do what we can, you know. Sophie, you're going to get drafter 1. Ben, you're going to get draft 2. And I'm going to get the 3rd spot, but I will be at the turn. Which, you know, pros and cons in an auction style draft. It's not really as good as a regular draft.
Yeah, it's a little different, but
it's a little different.
Depending on how the first 2 play out, you know what I mean? See.
Can I ask real fast, Ben? You texted me earlier and you were like, haven't really prepared. I was going to jump on this call early and have like 10 minutes of draft prep, but unfortunately I had to finish my dinner and I did not get time to do that. Sophie, prepared? Mm-hmm. Not prepared? You just going off Letterboxd lists?
Yeah, I'm not prepared. I'm just looking at my Letterboxd. Okay. Yeah.
Three unprepared hooligans behind microphones.
Yes. Yep.
Talking about movies.
Look at us.
Hell yeah.
Look at us. This is all we ever wanted in life. Okay. Yeah. Wow, this is interesting. All right. Sophie, why don't you start us off? Why don't you kick off the 2025 auction draft revisited and nominate your very first film?
Gosh, okay. I didn't really want to go first actually because I have no idea whether to go big or small. I don't even know what strategy. I feel like I wonder if a 995 is going to happen here. I'm a little scared.
It strikes me as a defensive play though. You say you're scared.
I don't know. I think I know what you guys like. I think I know where things are going, but we'll see. Okay.
You think you know me, but I wouldn't count on it.
Okay.
I don't even know myself, honestly.
Okay. I'm going to put Sinners on the board.
Okay.
And I'll start the bid at $100.
Okay. $100 for Sinners.
Mm-hmm. Good movie, right?
Really good movie.
Really good movie.
Surprise of the year for me.
Currently in my top 10 of the year. I am awaiting a rewatch to see where that moves it. Whether that be up or down. Yet to be determined.
Okay.
I remember when Sinners came out, I was in Boston for the marathon. I worked for Adidas, so we were there for the marathon. And I absconded from my team dinner that I was supposed to be at for business. And I went to Sinners opening night in IMAX in Boston. And it was pretty special. I'll bet $125 on Sinners. Sophie, just because like I haven't had these conversations with you, and I am curious, Ben, obviously your take as well. Right now, at moment of recording, we're looking at like a one battle after another Sinners kind of duality in the Academy Awards. Do you think Sinners has like what it takes to go all the way? Could it usurp and surprise on the night?
I'll bid 150 and I'll say yes. I think it has enough support within the industry that it will be there. I don't know if it will win anything, but I think there will be a Sinners presence at the Academy Awards because people love that movie. People love Ryan Coogler. I think it will be there. Yeah. I do.
Okay.
151. And yeah, I think they like Coogler. I don't know how much it's gonna win, but I feel like it'll get nominated for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Was Golden Globes nominations today?
Yeah, I think it walked away with a pretty healthy
I
amount of
say
globes.
like 7 or 8 or something like that.
Got 7 noms.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty solid. I'll go 160. Yeah, I mean, I've seen this movie a couple of times. I own the 4K, and I've been like really excited to rewatch it. I know, Sophie, you've seen Miles Catton perform in person, live.
I have, yes. I'll bid 200.
Which I feel like, is gonna skew. It's gonna skew you a little bit in the bidding.
Yeah, I saw Sinners quite a few times in theaters. And most recently I went to the Virginia Film Festival, and they were doing a special screening of the film. And it had a performance from Miles afterwards, and it was incredible. Like his voice and just like the fact that they found him for this movie is unreal. He sounded like exactly like he did in the movie. And I think, his performance like is just one of my favorite things of the year, just because it felt so special to witness, like the finding of someone as talented as that.
I go 210. I think it's interesting you bring that up because, I feel like it's been talked about for a while, and with the Academy adding a casting category and then in a couple of years adding a stunts category as well, I only hope that the conversation progresses to a form where they do find a way to have like a newcomer award. Specifically, I think this year you've got Miles Catton, you've got Odessa Azion in Marty Supreme, you've got Chase Infinity in One Battle After Another. You have all these people that's like just their first movie ever, and they're kind of smashing it. And it is really unfortunate that, the Academy doesn't have something like that yet, because I feel like that'd be cool. I wonder if he'll perform at the Oscars.
That'd be sweet.
Oh,
God, I hope
cool.
so. That'd be so
if they know
sweet.
what they're
I never
doing,
thought about that. Yeah.
They've got to. What are we at right now?
I think Ethan has it for 210.
I'll go 300.
Huh. Whoa. Sinners, I would argue, again, like the 1-2 with One Battle After Another is the movie of the people for 2025.
Yeah.
For that
so having
reason,
this on your team.
I'll bet 333.
I was going to say, I've done a good argument here. I go 350. 350 for Sinners.
Are you thinking, Sophie? Is this working like you want? Or are you trying to decide?
I'm trying to decide.
Nice.
Mm.
I agree with you. You said it earlier, but I think this is the surprise of the year for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew it was Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, so like, odds are it was going to be good. But being floored by a movie is kind of crazy. It was unexpected.
Yeah, I'll go 400. And I saw the trailer for this movie. The trailer came out, I feel like, pretty early. And I remember seeing the trailer many times in theaters and being like, yeah, that looks cool. But I really just wasn't anticipating it that much. Like I was excited about the vampire aspect because that's not something we get super often. But yeah, I saw it at the New York premiere, and so no one had really seen it yet. And so getting to go in without any expectations was also really special because it just exceeded everything that I'd thought it was going to be.
So cool.
405.
Damn it. 450. 450. This movie's released in the middle of April. It's obviously still hot on our tongues going into the Academy Awards. People still talk about Sinners. I've seen like not a bunch of new releases, but I've seen literally hundreds of movies since seeing Sinners. And I can like almost tell you exactly beat for beat what happens in Sinners. Absolutely. Like it has that much staying power in it. And I really do think it has one of the most powerful endings of a movie this year that really affected me when I saw it, and works on just like a multitude of levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really special movie.
Is it worth more than $500 though?
Oh God,
that's the question.
Okay, you're officially putting out $500. First movie
Sophie
of the auction.
I thought Sophie did.
Oh, Sophie did?
No, I didn't.
I put up 450. I think is where we're sitting right now.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I thought we were waiting on. I thought she said 500.
Nope.
So is it worth more than 450?
Yeah, worth more than 450. Huge
This
movie.
is probably when we need an actual timer.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Bring some actual pressure up.
I know. The struggles of not having a Bobby Wagner over here.
I know.
What are you gonna do?
450
Someday.
feels cheap. I don't know.
Yeah,
You've got
agreed.
money?
I'll go 475.
I'll go 476. Sometimes I like to put the pressure on the bidding because I just like to see what you do, just curious. It's something different every time. You just never know. Even 476, like, it's getting pretty expensive, A lot of other movies we should be talking about. Thumbs up. Why are we getting a thumbs up on the screen? Why does it do this?
I think it feels cheap, but I want to tap out, so you can have it.
Well,
476.
Ben?
It's all you, man.
Right of refusal. Okay. It's me.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Very exciting. Sinners for 476. Came in with zero game plan, and this obviously was not part of that game plan. So we'll see in live time how this goes. I feel pretty good about that. I love this movie. I think it's really, really good. I think it's a great populist pick to have on my team. And I think a lot of people would argue is the best movie of the year, or at least one of the very best movies of the year. Okay. Ben,
Yes.
you have a nomination.
I do. My shirt wasn't a bluff. I'm here for one movie only. I even have a small beer with me.
I was thinking about doing that too.
I am going to do $9.95 for One Battle After Another.
Wow. You beat her to it.
Is that what you're debating for that first pick? I thought for sure you're going for it.
I'm surprised.
I was going to do it, but I don't know. I've never done it before, and I was feeling a little stressed.
I don't know. I mean, Tyler did it last time. It just felt appropriate for this movie.
Yeah.
This is just my favorite. It's my number one of the year. I had such a good time. I saw this while I was on vacation. I saw it over in London on the BFI's IMAX, which was super cool. Real sausage fest. I think there was like 5 women there, my partner being one of them. So, but goddamn, this movie is something else. Like, it just, I mean, we could talk about it just like, if you know, like if you've seen this, I think you've been affected by it. Like, you don't look at like little hills with cars, like the same with the roads. Like, you don't look at those like the same anymore. Leo's still bringing the heat. Like, I mean, he was fantastic in this. The whole cast was great, but my guy Sensei Sergio, like, I'm not sure like what better like second character have we had this year. I don't know. Like, he's just one of my favorite things to come out of the whole year. So that's why this was like honestly the only one I came in for, really. I have no idea what I'm gonna do from here, but yeah, this is all I wanted. So
yeah, I mean, it's
sorry
one
to
battle,
take like the betting out of it, but I couldn't risk it,
No, that was smart.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing if I was thinking clearly. This is, I mean, it's like truly I think it's the best movie of the decade, the century. I don't know. It's really good. I think it's just like so well constructed. Like I was just thinking about the different elements of it today, and I just truly don't think, like, I just think everything about it is perfect and everything works together so well, which it's one thing for there to be just like great performances and a great score, but somehow like it all just comes together and creates something so timely and so just magical. And I love this movie so much. I think it's amazing, and it's the best movie of the year for sure.
Yeah. I think a lot of us here right now and a lot of people that have been on this show have seen one battle after another like an unhealthy amount of times. Like I'm sitting at 4. I know Sophia and Ryan that come in here often are at double digits. Sophie, I know you've seen this movie a lot. I think this is a truly special movie, and I obviously find it really remarkably fascinating in the context of everything that's happening with Netflix and Warner Bros. And Paramount, everything going on right now at time of recording. Of course, when this episode comes out, there might be new information and things might be different, but the future of the theatrical release looking pretty dim. this is special, and this is really just a kind of a once in a lifetime situation. I do want to pose a question to you guys, just because I am really interested the way that we all speak about one battle after another. PTA has 10 movies. We have, of course, done a PTA collaborative ranking here on this show. If PTA, and he's not going to, let's hope not, but if he did say 10 movies is it, I'm going out, I'm going to win the Academy Award for Best Picture, Best Director, I'm going to finish The King of Hollywood. He ends with 10 movies. In 10 years, is One Battle After Another the consensus of like, that's his magnum opus? He knew what he was doing. That's what he's known for. Because it is a very different era of PTA compared to other things that we have spoken about ad nauseum on this show.
It's hard for me not to just jump to Boogie Nights with him, like there is just the history with it and everything. But maybe, like you said, maybe in 10 years, I'll be like, no, actually, like he killed it with his last one. Like that was like, he did kill it, but like, is it his best movie? I don't know. I still haven't seen Phantom Thread, which I feel like I should at some point. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you should, Ben.
Should I leave right now? Do you want me to go?
You should go watch it.
Yeah.
I actually have a feeling I think I know what your response to Phantom Thread would be, but I'll save that for when we do a live watch along. Yeah. Sophie, what do you think?
I mean, I would say right now that One Battle After Another is his best movie, and I think I was listening to The Big Picture today, and they were talking about how like for his next movie, it's probably going to be something more in line with Licorice Pizza, like just not as big. And I mean, I think that's fun. I think about his career that he can just kind of like, I mean, everything he does, I think is great and perfect, but I think no matter what scale he does, it's like, he's good at it. And I think this scale, like it's amazing. It's an amazing movie, but it's also on like such a huge scale. And that's like really just impressive that he can pull it all off. But I think it's his best movie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, best movie or not, Ben paid $995 for it. So
it's true.
Two things have occurred. One battle is off the board, and Ben has $5 for the rest of the draft. So
cheers.
That's where we sit. That's where we sit. Yeah. Off the Tanaka. Just great stuff. Okay. I have a double nomination. So what has been going through my head is, of the 75 movies that I've seen this year, I do feel like there is a clear like A tier. After that A tier, I do actually think the drop off is like pretty steep. I mean, I think it's a lot of like totally okay stuff that is like not great, not bad, but just like pretty okay. And in my A tier are a couple of lesser known international films. Probably not lesser known to us, but maybe lesser known to the broad public. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to bid on these, how they'll look on a team, and the conversations that we want to have around them. So with that in mind, I'm going to be putting forth, and I want to get really strategic with this. For $5, I'm going to be putting forth Jafar Panahi's It Was Just an Accident. This is a movie that won at Cannes, and Jafar Panahi has been touring around the U.S. to pretty wide acclaim, basically about an auto mechanic who was once imprisoned by Iranian authorities, and he believes that he hears his, basically the guy that used to persecute him in prison, and he snatches him up, and things don't go as planned. And it is a pretty intense, dark comedy drama from Panahi, and it's quite a film. And I think talking about Academy Awards and all of these things, talking about Golden Globe nominations, It Was Just an Accident is like pretty steadily rising in this world. I was able to see it back at TIFF. I'm really excited to see it again when I can. I know not a lot of people have had the opportunity to see this. I think it's still like going wide-ish as we record. But I'm gonna bid on this movie. I think one of the best movies of 2025.
I think this was a good strategic move because I haven't seen it, so I won't be bidding on it.
You haven't seen this?
I haven't, and
interesting.
I think starting the bid at $5 is really smart because you're probably going to get it for $5. A movie that will probably be nominated for Best Picture, and I've heard nothing but fantastic things. So,
yeah, I mean, really, like all the bidding just between you two now is like. So
okay.
Congrats, Ethan. You got it.
Yeah, what a strategy play. Your compliments mean the world, Sophie, because I do feel like I played that very well.
You did.
$1 would have been rude. $5 is still rude, but it's $5 for one of the best movies of the year, which is hard to contend with, especially after Ben. I just picked up One Battle. I highly recommend you check this movie out if you can. I don't know what the release schedule for this movie looks like. I would hope it's hitting VOD at some point in late January. We'll have seen like a pretty long, drawn out release by then. It is, we talk about endings to films. We talk about Sinners. We talk about One Battle. I think it was just an accident has one of the most interesting endings of 2025. When I saw this at TIFF, it was me and two other people that immediately started talking after the movie. We all had a different read on what the final few minutes of the movie really implied and really meant. And I think that is what makes this movie so good and so powerful and really sticks. Cool. So I just got a movie that is like probably going to win Best International Feature Film for $5.
Good job.
Don't mind me.
Good job.
Sweet. Are you guys going to check this movie out? Do you plan to watch this movie?
Of course. Yes.
Okay.
Add it to the queue.
Add it to the queue. You know, Ben, I was going to say about One Battle After Another, the thing that was really special about that movie for us, there has never been another movie where you and I were so attuned to when it dropped on PVOD and we bought it.
Yeah.
And we were like, we already pre-ordered the physical edition and we had to have it on VOD because physical's not coming out for 12 weeks.
Yeah, for a while.
It's the only movie we've ever done that for.
It's true.
I went to go buy it. I texted you. I was like, I'm going to buy it. And you were like, already did it. And I was like, my fucking guy. Incredible stuff.
What a movie.
All right. It was just an accident on the board for $5. There is another international feature that I really want to talk about. I'm curious if it'll get nominated. One Battle After the Board is kind of hurting. Sophie, is there enough to go around, for me and you?
Yeah.
My tune is kind of changing. I'm getting a little soured.
Interesting.
There's enough. Okay. I think the reason I'm struggling is because my top 20 is like really me coded, and I'm not so sure it's beneficial for a draft win or a victory per se. I don't know if I am helping myself or not. Okay. No, I'm going to do this. For $5, I'll do a little strategy again. I'm going to put forth Train Dreams. Small movie about a logger in late 19th century, early 19th century, who basically just goes out and logs and time passes by and things happen. And I think, honestly, it's probably as clear as I can describe Train Dreams.
It sounds like every letterbox user. Just goes out, logs, time passes by, does it again. That's it.
Does it again.
So
yeah, I'll say $5 to start with Train Dreams. I'll let you guys speak about Train Dreams a little bit. My feelings on this movie are pretty widely known. If you follow me on Letterboxd, if you listen to the show, if you follow me anywhere else, it's not really a mystery. So I kind of am curious what your guys' thoughts on this movie are because I haven't really heard them.
I haven't seen it, but I would just bid you up if I could.
You can. Nobody's stopping you, Ben.
Literally, I stopped myself.
Right. Yeah. You don't have money. Yeah. I thought you meant like from a moral obligation and bidding on things you've seen. And I was like, Ben,
care.
drop the stick.
No, I totally
you don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not letting you have this for $5, so I'll bid $25. And yeah, I loved Train Dreams. I saw it in a movie theater, which I was really thankful for because it feels like a lot of people saw this at home and didn't really connect with it. Yep. But sitting in a movie theater watching this really, really affected me. And it's a movie that, I mean, I think I've said on the show before that I just really connect with movies about grief. And this is just like such a good movie about grief. And I think it illustrates it really well. And it also illustrates just like human connection very well. And I think this movie's beautiful. I was very upset at the discourse on X.com. It did hurt my feelings.
And I do want to talk about that for a brief moment, if we can discuss that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I usually, I don't know why I feel very protective over this movie. Like I can usually handle, people shit talking a movie, but I felt very attacked when people didn't like this.
I think it's really funny you mentioned that. I'm going to bid $30. I think it's really funny that you mentioned that because I feel very similarly, and I had to kind of actively remove myself from those situations. I think this movie kind of exudes an innocence that not a lot of movies have. We're talking about movies like it was just an accident and One Battle After Another and Sinners. These are like powerful films. Train Dreams is powerful, but it's very meek and it's very innocent. And so it does feel like some of that is, you get a little bit protective over it. I think there's valid criticisms of the movie, and I think there's been a lot of good pieces written by people that think with their brain and convey those thoughts in words. I'm not so sure the discourse outside of that has been really beneficial in terms of like, why did this movie do this? It sucked. I don't think that's very beneficial. Even talking about some of the best movies of the year, Sinners, One Battle, whatever. Like, I think there's much more to be had there. And I do think Train Dreams does some artistic choices, namely voiceover for nearly the entire film, that is extremely detailed in what is happening and transpiring. And I think, Sophie, you hit a really good point that not a lot of people got to experience this in a movie theater. I fortunately got to experience it twice in a movie theater and once at home. When I turned it on at home, I didn't feel wrapped around this film. I didn't feel like this film invaded my world. I felt like I was looking at a moving picture on my television, and I have a pretty big TV. This movie shot in 4:3. It is very small in what it's doing and framing. And so I do think there is that lack of what you're getting out of a film like this. I don't want to say too much more. Fuck. $100?
Yeah.
That's a jump from 30. I like it.
125.
You can have it.
Wow. Okay. You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
I almost took your 100 and went 200. So I'm glad that I went to 125.
I just didn't want you to have it for anything less than 100.
Okay. Totally fair. 100% astute of you to do. This is my favorite movie of the year. This is the movie that resonates with me the most, and one that I will be kind of like molding my future cinematic identity around. And I think with movies like that people get so attached to, it really is easy to find the vast cavern between people being like, it was okay, and those being like, no, this movie is everything. And I respect it. If you didn't connect with Train Dreams, like, that's cool. Don't worry about it. I just really did. And I think there's power in movies that connect on different levels for different people. So
yeah, for sure.
Wow. My team is really shaping up here, guys. It's really shaping up. Okay. I got both movies I nominated. Ben, we're back to you. Sophie, it seems as though you have forgotten the point of this draft is to get movies on your team.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Ethan, do you remember when we had another podcast called 24 Minutes of A24?
Oh, I do. Oh, I do.
In March, we watched Opus and Death of a Unicorn. We did that to ourselves. We watched those movies voluntarily.
Those were tough times, Ben. Tough times.
I'm looking back on the years, like that was rough.
Dude, it was bad back then. I mean, so what did you mention? You mentioned
Opus and Death of a Unicorn.
Okay. We also talked about The Legend of Ochi.
Legend of Ochi
came out this year.
I like that a little more.
I think we talked about bringing her back, which I think we were both pretty disappointed about.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tough slate. And I think you're getting into some great prickly territory. I don't know if you're going towards the nomination here, but A24 this year. Huh. That's kind of what I'll say about that. They make movies, they distribute films.
They do.
Death of a Unicorn is sitting at my bottom 4 for the whole fucking year.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's terrible.
The only thing I had rated worse than that was Flight Risk with pretend bald Mark Wahlberg. It's the only movie I have worse than those two.
Wow.
That movie was rough.
I mean, I have a tough life because I have Hurry Up Tomorrow ranked worse than that. And I don't know if you guys saw my Spotify Wrapped. I don't know what I posted about it, but I listened to an unhealthy amount of Hurry Up Tomorrow. And so I've got a tough beat trying to defend that album and also recognize that movie is literally one of the worst things ever made.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a great boat to be in if you're me.
No. So yeah, let's just keep it the A24 theme. I want to see what you guys do here. Marty Supreme for $1. That feels right.
That feels good.
I was wondering if you guys would even want
remember.
I'll bid $25.
I mean, considering I believe people had seen it before. Did you see it before you purchased the jacket?
Yes.
Yeah, Sophie, can we get a firsthand account of the jacket experience? I think this is really the information people are clamoring for.
Sure.
And I also have a complaint to lodge with you in a public forum.
Okay, great. Well, actually, let's just lay out my lore with Marty Supreme from start to finish, because I think that's fun. So I visited the set of Marty Supreme last year, which I completely forgot about. But they were just filming on Orchard Street in New York, and you could just walk through the set whenever you wanted. So I went to the set a few times. Magical. They transformed it into the 50s, so it was very cool to see. Then earlier this year, here's some deep lore for everyone. I'm really sharing here. I went on a date with someone who's in Marty Supreme.
Wow.
Yeah. And he talked about it on the date, and it was very funny. And then I was at the first ever screening of Marty Supreme at the New York Film Festival, which was very special. And then I waited
with Sean Fennessy, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, with my best friend, Sean Fennessy. And then I waited in line for the jacket. Honestly, shout out to Gooch, who we mentioned earlier. Stood in line with him. We got our jackets. I got the last blue and black jacket available. I watched them hand it to me and then put a big X over it. So that was pretty satisfying. It is a double XL, so it's pretty big for me, but it doesn't matter. I love it. It's like my winter coat. It's really nice, and I wear it very often. So that's Marty Supreme.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good lore. Are we still at $1?
No, I
think I have it. It's been at least 5 minutes.
The time has lapsed.
Yeah, time's up. Yeah.
Okay, wait. How much did you bet? 35?
No, 25.
25. I'll go $50. The formal complaint that I would like to lodge, I texted you and I said, "Hey, are you at the Marty Supreme pop-up?" And you just replied yes. And I said, "What's the jacket scene look like?" And you just sent me back a picture of your purchased merchandise on the subway, implying you had already left before you even gave me an opportunity to get so much as a keychain. So
I'm sorry.
Just really wanted to thank you for that. It really hasn't stuck with me at all. I'm not bitter in the slightest. I totally forgot about it up until now. Speaking of merch for Marty Supreme, today, the day that we're recording, the Wheaties box dropped in A24. I snatched it. Did you guys buy it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I had to buy it because I don't know if I'm getting a jacket. I don't know what the plan is for them to release any more Marty Supreme merch. So I just figured I'd be safe. I bought it. I texted Ben, and Ben, your reply was, wow, you bought the jacket before, or you bought the Wheaties box before I received the email from A24 saying it was available online.
It's insane.
Made me feel real psychotic in everything that I was doing.
I'm just picturing you on the A24 shop, just like refresh. I need that Wheaties box. Yeah. Anyways, all of that. The point was just like someone who's seen the movie and was willing to like, drop whatever you dropped on a jacket like that. I was like, okay, it's got to be good then. Like you wouldn't, probably do that for plenty of other movies. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, this has got to be kind of legit. So I'm excited about it.
It's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't have $26 to bid. So
no, we're at 150.
150. We're at 150.
Yep.
Okay. I'll go $155. I want your honest opinion. Do you think after I see Marty Supreme, it will enter my top 5 of 2025?
Yes.
Ben, you think yes?
I just think without a doubt it's going to.
I do too. I think without a doubt, like there's just no way that I'm not head over heels for this movie.
I mean, yeah, sure. Okay. I forgot the uncut gems of it all. Yeah.
Yeah. The one of 2 movies that I have a tattoo about on my body.
Yeah.
Okay, really important context. $205.
Like, I don't think you'd buy merch for something that you're going to be like, actually, it wasn't great. Like,
hey, you've done it, brother. You've done it.
Fucking Robert Pattinson. God damn it. Why weren't you good in the Batman?
I now own an awesome Robert Pattinson Batman collab t-shirt. It's pretty phenomenal.
I said 250.
Oh, you said
250.
Wow, the way you said that was okay. Little attitude. 260.
275.
280.
You're just hiking me up.
Absolutely not. I have a very vested interest in
300.
This. Strategically, this episode will come out 5 days after Marty Supreme comes out. That's momentum, baby. You know?
Yeah.
You said 300?
Yes.
I really pumped me up there. This could be big.
Do it.
301.
325.
326.
Push him to 392.
333.
Yeah, do it. Take me to the top. Come on. Okay, what did you say?
333.
333. Okay. 333. Huh. A little bit different boat, you know, considering I'm bidding this much money on a movie I haven't seen. That's a little tough. 333. I'm just like trying to look at what's left on the board, you know? I feel like we had a lot of movies we got to talk about here. Ben, can I just like get your take on how it feels to not have any money and not be part of this draft?
It's kind of fun because I feel like knowing what you guys like, it's like throwing a steak out to the Hungry Lions or something like that. It's like, let's see what happens here. This is going to be fun. That's kind of my strategy for the next few rounds. It's like, I don't know.
That's pretty good. Okay. 392.
You did
393.
Fuck! Oh. Damn it.
It was always going to be mine.
Okay. Well, I gave a valiant effort.
I
really tried
I'm
my
surprised. I was hoping she's going to let you have it.
I was too.
No.
I was like, if I got Marty Supreme on my team, it would draft over. No offense, guys.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of a little bit. Okay. Real fast, because the Marty Supreme top 5 conversation here for me, possibly. I need your guys' serious opinion. And I think it's best to do this in a public forum. I've received private consultation regarding this matter, but I would like consultation now. So in my top 5, and Sophie, I think you are the premier opinion on this situation.
Okay.
In my top 5 is a movie called Sound of Falling. Doesn't come out next year, until next year from Mubi, I believe. In January, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I saw it at TIFF. So I've got it in my 2025 ranked. Do I take that out and move it to like 2026 ranked? Like, you know, what do I do? Because it feels a little bit strange if I'm going to be posting my top 5 at the end of the year and being like, in there was a movie that nobody's been able to see.
Yeah, I usually, when this happens, like in the past for like New York Film Festival, I usually take it out and put it into the next year.
Okay.
Like I will be doing that with a movie that is in my top 10 of this year, but I will be having to move it, which is Pillion.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies of the year. I love it so much, but yeah, not coming out till February, so gonna have to move it over.
Okay. Well, Ben, what's your opinion?
Follow your heart, man. You know, that's kind of what I like to live by. No, I agree with her. Like, if someone was going back to look at your list for something that like it wide release in 2026, and then people, you know, just like, oh, why didn't you see this movie? It's like, no, I did. I just logged it last year. Like, it just feels a little off. I feel like when it goes wide, that's like when you should add it to that list.
That's the time.
That's my opinion.
All right. I think both very valid opinions, and I respect them greatly. And I have done such a thing. I've removed it, and Eddington has moved into the top 5 of my 2025. So that's the reality we're living in now.
Awesome.
Okay, Sophie, you have another nomination.
Oh. Well, I didn't nominate that one. I have 2.
Oh, sorry. You do have 2 nominations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Stake to the Lions situation.
Yes. Okay. I am going to nominate Sentimental Value. And I will start the bid at $25.
Okay. So I think it's a little bit cruel for the only person that has daughters on this podcast to potentially not get Sentimental Value. So if you could just,
what
like,
about
I'm
the
a dad.
only person who is a daughter?
I'm a dad. You know what I mean? Like, I connect with this movie. So I feel like I earned this one. I feel like this is one for me.
Okay.
I got $30. This, of course, is Joachim Trier's newest movie about sisters Nora and Agnes. They reunite with their estranged father, who has kind of seen himself out of their lives and is a fading Hollywood director. Not Hollywood, but a fading global director, I would say. And he's trying to make a new movie, and he's trying to involve his daughters in his life again. And it's pretty fucking sad movie, I would argue. At least for me. A dad, you know, with daughters.
$100.
I've been dying to see this. I've only seen it once. I saw it at TIFF, and quite famously was the only movie during TIFF that I had to get up and go to the bathroom, and it's haunted me ever since. Oof. And I couldn't make it.
You don't know what you missed.
I have no idea. Could have been the scene of the year for me.
Yeah,
who knows? Busy going to the bathroom.
Well, it's not one of the 30 I've seen, and it doesn't matter anyway because I can't bid, but I can't even contribute to the conversation. I apologize.
I mean, you've seen The Worst Person in the World, right, Ben?
I have not.
Oh, Ben, you're killing me.
I know.
Wow, interesting.
Killing myself.
I didn't know you hadn't seen that. $100, huh?
I did say 100. Yeah, just making sure you heard me.
Oh, I heard you, Sophie.
Okay,
good.
He clocked it.
I clocked it.
Joachim Trier, I've only seen 3 of his movies, and I've rated all 3 of them 5 stars. So he's kind of...
How many movies does he have?
Shoot. How many movies does he have?
I don't know. I wonder for...
Hello, I'm back.
Hi. You didn't leave for us, but...
Yeah, you were here.
Really?
Yeah, man.
We just saw you panic on camera.
It literally
for
looks like
10 seconds.
Your soul got sucked out of your body. You're just like, wait, what? What's going on?
Well, I froze on my end. You guys froze. Did you hear what I said?
No, but this is all staying in the pod. So
yeah.
So,
that's perfect.
You've seen 3 of his movies and you gave him 5 stars, right?
Yeah, so he's kind of my new goat, is what I was going to say.
Cool.
Wow. Okay. I gave Sentimental Value 4.5 stars, probably because of the fact that I missed 90 seconds going to the bathroom. And that could have really encapsulated the 5-star rating for me. Man, okay. Well, it's been a really long time, and I've been talking, so I guess I'll just let you have it out of respect for the game.
Yay.
but that's a pretty good get for $100. I think a movie that has long been attested to be the primary international feature film winner. And I'm curious if that's starting to plateau a little bit. We're in early December, and movies like It Was Just an Accident are kind of coming up from the rear, and I'm a little bit nervous for sentimental value. Just saying.
But yeah, I don't have anything to contribute. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. Sentimental value for $100. You have another nomination, Sophie.
Let's see. I will put Eddington on the board. $50.
I was not expecting this.
Yeah, I wasn't either. Do you even like this movie? Have you seen this movie, Sophie?
Wow.
Yeah, out of the 107 movies you've seen this year.
You haven't seen Eddington. You're an Eddington stan, aren't you? You're secretly Eddington pilled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Damn it. Fuck.
I was hoping.
What'd you put it up for?
Oh yeah, I didn't. Wait, did I?
$50.
$50. Okay.
Yeah.
$60.
$75.
Ben quite famously does not like Eddington.
Oh.
I don't think that's accurate at all. I gave it 3.5 stars. That's good.
But it's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
$75.
I was hoping Sophie hated it and that you didn't want to bid on it, Ethan, because that's what I was going to nominate next for $1. Was Eddington, but I just didn't know how Sophie felt about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know if it. Yeah.
I'm a little. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right in hoping that I wouldn't bid on it. I was going to say,
I
I'm
just
a
didn't
little
know
surprised.
if we're getting too close, filling up your team or something like that. It's maybe we'll back off.
I think it would make a nice addition, genre-wise, to my plate.
I think it's a good call.
You gotta have some main courses, and you gotta have all the food groups, and I think Eddington fulfills a little bit of that.
How much would you pay for that?
I bid 75. I'm current high bid holder. Just throwing around $100, shrugging your shoulders. What is that?
Yeah, why not?
100.
I have the most money here.
That's true.
Okay. $125. Do you think Eddington has aged well? Do you think people are more sincere to it now than they were when it came out?
100%.
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Good answers. Sure. Thanks, guys. Just trying to start a conversation as a podcast.
I think yeah, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Cool. Are you bidding or not? What's happening?
What are we doing? Do I have it at 125 right now?
150.
160.
175.
180.
200.
I was going to go drastic, but then I saw your face and you looked a little perplexed. So I don't want to throw my money away. 205. You already have an A24 movie. Don't bother with a second.
I might go for a third.
Hell yeah.
Or a fourth, honestly.
Wow. I thought A24, not a great year.
I mean...
Except for a few, I guess. Except for a few that are quite great.
I was surprised how much I liked this. I think people of our other podcasts would know I had such a problem with Beau's Afraid just because I went in for something else. That's my own fault. Right. I was expecting something else. So going into this with zero expectation, I was I really did. I just called it weird in my review, but I meant it in a complimentary way. It was just it was weird. It's good weird. So I enjoy this, and I think maybe you're right. Maybe I do need to revisit Beau's Afraid. Live watch along win.
Dude, I've been trying to get that started for years. I've been petitioning for that forever.
With Babylon.
Dude, if we could, this everything would align. The stars would align. It'd be perfect
nice.
World.
You can have it.
What did I bid? 205?
205.
Wow.
Which does not reflect my feelings on the film, but
okay.
I think not a lot of people like this, and not a lot of people on Twitter like this.
Right.
So I don't want it to ruin the vibe of my team, is what I'm going to say.
I think that is totally a fair shout. I would argue, however, that if you were a voter and you stumbled across this graphic, you being an Eddington defender, you would be like, that's, I recognize game. That's a good vote.
Okay.
So I think it could swing both ways. I think Eddington, easily one of the best movies of the year. I think one of the most uncomfortable films of the year, and a movie that I have just like had a real hankering to revisit for quite a while. I'm really excited to check it out again. I remember seeing it in a theater, pretty sparsely attended, and I was like pretty frozen afterwards, and I was just like, what? Like, what did Ari just do? And I think it was like, the rebound effect from Beau is Afraid. And I think it's quite great. Any other Eddington thoughts before we move on?
No, it rocks.
Yeah.
No.
Ditto.
Okay, so those were both of Sophie's nominations. Ben, you have a nomination. I
have a nomination now.
Yeah, wow.
I'm trying to do some homework really quick, but it's not working out well for me.
Quick homework, not your forte.
Not my forte at all.
Okay.
Again, I'm trying to find a stake to throw out there, but I don't know if
I'd be curious what you land on.
I don't know if it's going to happen anymore. That might be it.
Steak supply might be cutting
short.
Up,
yeah.
No more nugs.
we're out of nugs for sure. Let's see here. We had some good big screen movies. I kind of want to nominate one of those.
Oh, okay.
Are you familiar with the Mission Impossible franchise, Ethan?
Swear to fucking God.
Have you seen that?
I've heard about it. I've yet to dip my toes. Little guy named Tom Cruise. Not so sure about him.
Yeah, and me, I want to check him out. Do you like that movie, Sophie?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen The Final Reckoning? You haven't seen it?
It's an easy 108 right there. Just add it on.
No.
That's great. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with my celebrity crush, and I'm going to do F1 for $1.
What you just did.
Yeah.
You were just like, hey, Ethan, here's one of your favorite flavors of ice cream. I can offer you a bowl. Yeah. Or here, it's so close to your mouth. What about your other favorite flavor of ice cream with an extra scoop? You can have this one. You just are welcome. Like yanking me back and forth, brother. I don't appreciate it.
Sounds like I'm giving you ice cream. I think it's a very polite thing for me to do. So I just don't know if Sophie wants that one too,
I don't either. What'd you bid?
The $1 that I had.
I bid $2 for this film.
$5.
$6.
$10.
$11.
$15.
I actually don't know your opinions on this movie, Sophie. I don't think you like this movie. I think you're just bidding. What'd you do? $15?
Yeah.
$16.
$25.
$26.
$50.
Ooh.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. You're you're audibly putting it on.
That's a good jump.
Here.
Good job.
Almost double.
It's a healthy jump. $51.
Is Brad Pitt really just worth one
I
more
actually
dollar?
don't even think you've seen this movie.
Ethan, I've seen this movie twice and I love it.
Okay, don't start with me, Sophie, because you're just like, I haven't seen The Final Reckoning. Okay, so anything's possible in this world.
You guys know I don't like Tom Cruise. I've never seen a Mission Impossible movie.
Okay. You sound like Molly. We were watching Survivor the other night, but put a pause on the bidding clock. Okay. Pause on the bidding clock. We were watching Survivor the other night on Paramount Plus, and they have a huge banner for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning because it's now on the platform. Mm-hmm. And Molly goes, "Oh, there's Mission Impossible," and I go, "Don't have that attitude with me, okay?" She goes, "Oh, it's Tom Cruise. It's the thing." And I go, "Would you watch this movie with me if I fired it up?" She's never seen a Mission Impossible movie. She goes, "No." And I was like, "What?" She goes, I don't care for those kinds of movies. And I walked to my room and I cried and I went to bed. That's how my night went. Psychotic behavior.
I think psychotic was you offering to watch the 8th movie in a franchise with her. Hey, you want to see how this guy maybe dies?
No, I will clarify. I will clarify that I offered to watch the whole franchise with her, which might have been a little overambitious. You know, hey, do you want to watch 8 action movies? Might have scared her off.
Could be a lot.
What do we have for the bid right now on F1?
I think you have it for 51.
$51, right?
I believe.
Have it.
Just want to cry tears of joy right now. Tears of joy. Do you like you say that you like F1, Sophie? Do you actually like F1?
I really like F1. It's in my number 11 spot of the year currently.
Whoa. Wow, I did not know that.
That's up there.
That's phenomenal. That is up there. Ben, where are you at on F1? You got to remind me.
I gave it 2.5 stars.
Huh.
I also experienced it at home. Like, I was fully invested. I wasn't on my phone or anything like that, but I think it'll be different than seeing it in the theaters. I'm sure the theater would have given it another star for sure. But all I put in my letterbox review is that Pitt driving a car does not equal Cruise flying a plane. Which is kind of fun since we've been talking about both of those movies right now.
You're not.
Well, I guess I was talking more about Top Gun than Mission Impossible, but still.
Yeah. You're not wrong inherently.
I appreciate that.
But
your opinion isn't wrong.
Just to validate you a little bit here. Yeah, F1 is currently number 3 on my 2025 ranked.
Nice.
Kind of obsessed with F1. I think it is a great old school movie star does sports movie. And I just think it's pretty phenomenal. I really love F1. I have an entire saga. I feel like I've told you, Ben, but I have an entire saga about trying to purchase this movie and the steelbook that was inevitably released by Universal because it is an Apple-owned film and the distribution that went with that. Needless to say, I currently own the 4K steelbook of F1, and I just sleep with it next to me every night. It's great stuff.
Believe it.
Okay, so I have a nomination.
Yeah, possibly your last.
Quite possible. This is kind of the draft's been a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bidding.
A lot of bidding.
A lot of bidding. Okay.
Not on my part, but you guys have done a great job of bidding and keeping it entertaining.
It's very true. That's so true. I feel like I have a task ahead of me to try to find a movie that Sophie wants. Because the last spot is always a little dicey.
Are you not going to do Mission Impossible, really?
Now I'll consider. I feel like I just got F1. It's a pretty blockbuster dude movie. You know, it's a dude movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I do worry that Mission Impossible is so kind of down the middle where it just kind of like occupies a space. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really think it's a vote getter. Yeah. I think the people that come out for Mission Impossible are real fucking psychos like myself, and they're few and far between. So I don't really think it would benefit my team.
Dozens of us, yeah. It's understandable. That makes sense.
There really are. Okay. I'm going to nominate... Just trying to look through my list here.
I'm so curious if this is going to bite you in the ass or not.
I think it is. That's the problem. I really think it is. I'm super nervous because I want the votes, you know?
Yeah. It's funny, though, because if Sophie just lets it ride and you have it, then like there's $500 against $5. Like, you just nominate whatever she wants.
Pick our own things.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah. Kind of true. Okay. I'm going to put fourth for... No, I don't want to do that. That's too high risk. Damn it! You really have gotten in my head now. You've really gotten. I'm literally looking at the same 20 pictures of movies, and I can't decide which one I want. No, because how many people have seen that movie? You know. Okay, I'm gonna go with a pretty beloved. I'm gonna put this movie out there for $1. Can I bid 50 cents just to see if you would bid on it, Ben?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, for 50 cents, and if Ben doesn't bid, it'll be $1. I'm going to put forth Sorry Baby, an A24 movie that I think is like just quite delightful. Eva Victor received a Golden Globe nomination this morning. Big surprise. I think there's a large swath of adoration for this film, and I do think it has managed to kind of stick itself out in this year and be a pretty special movie. So for 50 cents, I'm gonna put forth Sorry Baby.
If I had seen it, I feel like I would bid $1.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen this, so.
Oh, I never know. I never know what you've seen and what you haven't.
$5.
Ooh.
Gotta be honest, big weight off my chest.
Great.
Not that I don't
that
like.
That was a good choice for you.
Not that I don't like Sorry Baby. It's in my top 15 of the year. I have a great adoration for this film.
Mm-hmm.
But I just kind of, I don't want to fill up my team right now. You know?
Yeah. No, that
okay.
I was about to tell you like that you should nominate Sorry Baby because that's what I wanted. So I'll gladly take it for $5.
Yeah, that's
a steal.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
This is in my top 5 of the year. I love Sorry Baby so much.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was like another huge surprise. Obviously like had heard some stuff about it from Sundance, but I just really, really connect with this movie. And I think for a debut, it's absolutely incredible. And it balances tone super well because it's definitely the hardest I laughed in a theater this year, but it's also a movie that makes me uncontrollably sob. And yeah, I think, it's just one of my favorites. And it's really inspired me to write and to, I don't know. It's just, I think Ava Victor, like as a person, is just someone that has really inspired me this year. And I think this film structure is really interesting and almost like it feels attainable, but not in like an insulting way, but it feels like just like a really incredible debut feature that like is about their life. And so it just felt like something that I was like, oh, I could do something like this.
Yeah.
So it's just a movie that's really, really stuck with me. And I don't know how many people have seen it. I don't know if it'll really get me any votes, but it's a movie that means a lot to me. So I wanted it on my team for sure.
Has pretty big PTA vibes in the fact that like there's one guy for one scene that kind of takes over the whole movie for 8 minutes. And there's a big John Carroll Lynch scene in this movie that really is powerful stuff. Lucas Hedges kind of reemerges from being off screen for a long time. He's great in this movie. It's really interesting. This movie gets acquired by A24 out of Sundance in January, comes out about 6 months later in June to a limited theatrical release nationwide. There has been no announcement of a physical release for this movie. There has been not really any merch. Another thumbs up on my screen if you're watching on YouTube. Okay. Not really any mention of any kind of like merch or anything in the classic A24 way. We just talked about Marty Supreme, talked about Eddington on physical. This movie has existed for a year in the culture, relatively. And I feel like A24 has shortchanged it a little bit. And it's been a little bit unfortunate because this is exactly what you said, Sophie. It's like completely attainable story and movie. And it is like so easy to get wrapped up in. Great pickup for you.
Good job.
Thanks.
Oh, I got to do this again?
Got to do it again.
Great. Okay, great. All right. I'm just trying to like kind of go through the boxes here. I've got Sinners, which is kind of like the big surprise populist hit. I've got It Was Just an Accident. I've got my international slot kind of filled. I've got Train Dreams, smaller movie. Got Eddington, divisive, culture shock. I've got F1, a dude's movie. I feel like I'm kind of getting my quadrants going here. So I got to find something to fill the other quadrants. Now, I am going to nominate out of my heart a movie that I'm pretty sure Ben has seen. I'm pretty sure.
The bar is pretty low.
I'm pretty sure. I think we ended our pod before we got the chance to discuss this film. So I'm curious to see takes and what it's going to be. But at time of recording, I just got done watching The Chair Company last week. Finale, phenomenal television. Tim Robinson doing what really only him and Nathan Fielder can ever attain. So for $1, I'm going to be nominating Friendship. This is a movie that premiered at TIFF 2 years ago, I believe, and was sat on for like 16 months, and then A24 dropped it in 2025. And Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd, just dudes trying to be friends and realizing maybe it's not so easy to make friends. And maybe it's really easy to lose your wife in the sewers.
Super easy. I mean, yeah, I'd bid on this if I could, but
damn it, I knew you would.
Unfortunately,
I'm not bidding.
Not bidding.
Not bidding.
No.
Have you seen this movie, or you just don't like this movie?
No, I have, and I liked it fine. It's just not really my sense of humor. Like, okay. I definitely laughed, but it wasn't as big of a movie for me.
Okay. That's tough. Tough beat for me. I really have grown in adoration of Tim Robinson over the last couple of years. Ben and I share a great time indulging in his nefarious activity from time to time. And I think this has arguably the funniest 15 seconds of any movie that's been made in the last 25 years. And I would, we'll just lay it out there and say the truth, and incredible stuff. So I'm really happy getting this, a movie that I really, really like, that I don't think is perfect by any means, but I think is really great and carries actual substance below the layer of strict Tim Robinson bits for 100 minutes. And I got a pretty straight comedy on my team.
I like the Subway bit.
Subway bit's really good. That's really, really funny stuff. Yeah.
So good.
No, I ordered a sandwich.
This is great. I think it's a great pickup for $1.
I do too.
I had a lot of fun with this movie. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. I remember at TIFF a couple of years ago, they did one press screening for Friendship. As is the case with some movies at TIFF, they'll do a single press screening for it. And they did one press screening for Friendship, and it was the press screening. No other choice was the press screening this past year. A line 2 hours in advance, people waiting to get in. Friendship was the case a couple of years ago, and we got into the theater about an hour in advance, and it filled up expeditiously. And it caught like wildfire after that. And they had to turn press away. They filled up so fast. So Dang. Friendship had its moment. I'm thrilled to get this on my team. But with that, I've filled up my team, and I actually don't think I've ever done that before.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever finished.
First one, yeah.
First. Wow.
Congrats, you did it. Now you can't nominate stuff.
You win for speed.
I do.
Ethan's got the need for speed.
I do. F1 really put me on the fast track.
It really did.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the show.
Hell yeah.
Have a little fun.
I'm going to nominate something just because I don't think Sophie wants it. It's just
that would be wise.
Yeah. It's my favorite comic book movie of the year. I'm just going to nominate Thunderbolts. I really like this movie. I like comic book movies. I like things about depression, and this kind of filled both of those buckets. That's kind of the Venn diagram of Ben. So it's like, oh, this is right up my alley. So
the Venn diagram, if you will.
A Venn diagram. Yes, exactly. Comic movies and depression. Yeah, I know. I thought Florence Pugh was really good in this. I had a lot of fun with this movie, and it's nice to see them like kind of taking on quote unquote bigger themes or whatever. I just like how they handled this. So this was my favorite one of the year, my favorite comic book movie of the year. Awesome. Am I going to lose it for $2?
No, you're not.
All right, cool.
You.
Wow.
It's my favorite comic book movie of the year too. I actually really like this movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like Thunderbolts. It is also my favorite comic book movie of the year.
Look at us.
Look at that.
I think it's a pretty, actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Yeah.
Ben, I already know Sophie. Well, actually, I don't know Sophie's answer. Let me ask you guys this. Avengers Endgame coming back to theaters next year. Are we seated?
Oh.
Or are we not?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, let me get the date for you real quick.
Was that a real video? That looked like some iMovie shit. But was that real?
I don't know, dude. Let's find out. Let's go
I hope
to...
so. I'd like to see it in theaters again.
Marvel.com. Experience the Avengers' final stand against Thanos with a theatrical re-release beginning in September 2026.
And just Endgame, they're not doing Infinity War. Interesting.
Well, here is what they're saying. The re-release comes before the highly anticipated Doomsday hits theaters December 18th.
Okay.
I do think they're leaving a huge opportunity on the table to do a big every 2 weeks release for a whole fucking year, because people would show out for the Winter Soldier. I would show up for Eternals. I'd be showing up for Spider-Man. You know, like
you would be the only one showing up for Eternals. Let's be clear.
Yeah, you know, if there's one person seated, it's me. I'll probably be there. I gotta be honest. I'm not excited for Doomsday, but I would see Endgame again in theaters.
For sure. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I never saw it in theaters, so sure.
Oh, right. I remember this lore now. Yeah, I do remember this. On the hotly touted MCU collaborative draft in which we all were fully prepared with all the knowledge in the world.
Insane.
Nice get, Ben.
Well, thank you.
I think Thunderbolts is really underrated this year.
I kind of feel that way too. I'm happy to have it for $1.
Do you like the ending? Do you like what it sets up with like the new Avengers? Do you like where that's headed for the MCU?
I don't like how they handled it, like as far as marketing stuff is concerned. I thought that was really weird. But in the movie, I like it. I think it's an interesting dynamic going into this next phase or whatever. But the actual marketing of it is like, God, you guys couldn't wait 48 fucking hours to put this out there. Like, this is insane. But I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, Sophie, nominate 2 movies that I can't bid on and you just get no matter what.
Okay. I feel like I need something a bit more crowd pleasing that a lot of people have seen, will see. So I'm going to put up and take Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery story.
Nice.
I saw this in theaters a few weeks ago, and then I saw it again yesterday. Really good. Like, I thought this was great. I was not a fan of Glass Onion, and so, I mean, I had expectations for this just because I feel like this one felt a little more in line with the first one of feeling like cozier, more like gothic vibes. I liked the cast a bit more, but I thought this was so fun. And I mean, any time with Josh O'Connor is time well spent in my book. So I think he's really good here. And I really liked the themes of like religion and faith. I thought those were really, really well explored. So I'll take this for $1.
Nice. Good job.
Have you guys seen it?
No.
Yeah, I have seen Wake Up Dead Man. I saw it at TIFF. I was a little underwhelmed by it. I gotta be honest. I do think it deserves a revisit from me. It was like mid-festival. I was pounding out 5 movies a day. So could have been a little bit of that symptom, but I have continuously found myself on the end of conversations where people were not a fan of Glass Onion and liked Wake Up Dead Man much more. I was a fan of Glass Onion. So I think that kind of checks out that I was a little colder on Wake Up Dead Man. honestly just think this movie is like way too long. 2 hours and 25 minutes is we got to be cutting back on runtimes.
Yeah.
Except for one battle. That could have been another hour, but
that's accepted. Yeah. I think I also like the first time I watched it, I was pretty critical of the mystery itself and was like, I saw that coming, whatever. But then the second time around, I was like, oh, it actually doesn't really matter if you figure that out. Like there's more to it than that, which, yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like life, you know?
Yeah.
Just like life. You nailed it.
Okay.
That's it.
So you get Wake Up Dead Man for $1. Pretty solid.
Yes. Where to next? I'm gonna go for another movie that has not come out yet. But I know Ethan's seen it and he doesn't like it, so I was gonna save it for the end anyways. I'm going to put up the Testament of Anne Lee for $1.
Okay, don't mince words. I didn't say I didn't like it. I was underwhelmed by the Testament of Anne Lee.
All right.
Another good Christmas Day release that apparently comes out on Christmas Day. I quite arguably, I think Searchlight has really bungled the release of this movie. I really don't. I don't think anybody really knows about this movie. I don't think people like care about it outside of our sphere and our circle and outside of festivals. And I think there was a truly good shot to get Amanda Seyfried in the conversation this year for Best Actress and just completely wiped clean. I have my critiques on it. I think it is a really interesting movie that I am really excited to revisit. Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Okay.
It's in my top 10 of the year. I really, really love it. I completely agree with you, though. I think it sucks that I think people would really enjoy this if they knew it existed, but sadly they don't. And sadly, I mean, not sadly, but Marty Supreme is just going to rule Christmas this year. And I think this is going to get swept under the rug, sadly. But I really love this movie. I mean, I know there's jokes about this being like the Brutalist for girls. The Brutalist itself is for girls. So it's another movie for girls. But yeah, I really like this movie a lot. And I think like the choreography and the singing and dancing is just all up my alley, and it's awesome. It's really well done. So I'll take that for $1.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think like my biggest qualm with this movie comes from it's really impossible not to comp it to The Brutalist because it's the same creative team. It's Brady Corbet and Mona Fastfold. And I feel like we're doing similar things, and I kind of was like waiting for a big thing, and it just like never got there for me. And I don't want to talk about this movie in too much depth because I don't know when people are going to see this movie, and I don't know how widespread it's going to go. But yeah, I think this movie is absolutely worth a watch, and I will totally be rewatching it. I think I hope I like it better when I watch it again. And I do wish that this received the Brutalist treatment. We were just talking about this on an episode of The Rolling Tape a couple of days ago, that like a true 70 millimeter rollout of this movie in New York, Chicago, LA, Austin, like that would have crushed. I honestly think this movie would have caught like wildfire for people because it is really magnetic. But alas, Searchlight, I guess, doesn't have the power that A24 has for 3-hour historical epics. Okay. Wow. Okay, you kind of pulled out like 2 big movies just out of thin air.
Thanks.
It's pretty solid.
Wow, Testament of Anne Lee. That's a big one. Okay. Ben, back to you.
Yes. Damn. Okay. Cool.
You really have one shot here, Ben. You have one chance not to fuck it up.
Let's go crowd pleaser. Let's go with one of the best songs of the year. I'm gonna keep things golden, and I'm gonna nominate K-pop Demon Hunters.
Hell yes.
For $1.
I love it.
Dude, that's amazing.
I was about to say, like, for all the young girls on Twitter, they'll vote for me, but that just sounded so weird. Like I shouldn't say that. That should not come out of my mouth. But for all the fans of K-pop Demon Hunters, which I think there are a few, I feel like their votes would be there. I really like this movie. I gave it 4 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music's insane. Like the artwork, the art style is fantastic. This is one of those for me also just like came out of nowhere. Like why we didn't mention it at all, you know, in our early on in the year in our predictions, but kind of took over some corners of the culture for sure. So yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. Do you like it, Sophie?
I do. I really like it. This is a movie where I think I watched it like the week of release and I was like, oh yeah, cute. And then it really did just like take over in a way that I think was so cool to watch. Like I'm not around a ton of kids, so I like didn't really see it for a while. Yeah.
It's rough.
But then like I went to a nail salon and there was like a little girl in the nail salon just like singing Golden to everyone in the salon. And then like I know a couple of kids who were dressed up as the K-pop girlies for Halloween. Like it's really sweet to see the impact this movie's had. And the songs are great. Like you said, the animation's really great. So yeah, I love it. Sweet. I'm glad to see it on a team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I very much like this movie, and it's number 22 out of my list of 75 right now. I have a 5 and a 7-year-old daughter, so needless to say, K-pop Demon Hunters is their entire universe, and we sing the songs all the time. And we haven't watched the movie or rewatched the movie for a little bit. But it is like so invasive in their sphere that today we were listening to Minions music after school and they go, wait, what if the Minions sang K-pop Demon Hunters? That would be cool. Whoa. And I'm like, that's guys, crazy. We haven't even listened to K-pop for like days. Like it's just front of mind all the time.
Nice.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was great. Really cool movie. Nice pickup, dude.
Thank you. I have another one, right?
Yeah, so you're going to go again now? Because I'm obsolete, so you're going to get the turn now.
Yeah, I think I'm on the turn now.
Okay. I think that's justified.
I'm going to do another 4-star film. I don't think you feel this way about Ethan. I mean, it doesn't matter because you're out anyway. I don't know how Sophie feels, but I'm going to go with Weapons for $1.
Yeah,
it looks like Sophie's face thinks that's about the right price for Weapons to go. Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a good time with it. I thought Julia Garner was good. I thought Josh Brolin was good. Austin Abrams was fun to watch all the time. And Amy Madigan, like that character's nuts. Like if nothing else, it's at least like a Halloween costume kind of thing. But like I could make your parents hurt each other. I could make them eat each other. Like, I don't know. It was kind of crazy to me. I liked it. 4 stars. Glad you don't like it.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'm at your service.
My pleasure as well. Not one of my faves. I'm pretty loud and proud about how Weapons doesn't work for me. So
yeah, me too.
A really good pickup followed by Weapons. Nice job, dude.
I mean, you gave it 3.5 stars. It's not like you gave it 1 star.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna knock that down. I think I'm gonna bump that down. That was a pressure. Okay. That was a pressure rating. You know, where it's like at the time the conversation was so high. Where if I got on there and gave it 2 stars, I might have been like completely ostracized from society.
You gotta stand for something or fall for everything, right? You should have stood for your 2-star review, just taking the bullets.
I should have. Yeah, because now it haunts me. Sophie, you have 1 pick left. There's something really fascinating, though. So this will set up an interesting final pick because Ben has $2 and you have $500. So really anything's possible at this point in time.
Yeah.
A battle for the ages.
It is a battle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
What's it going to be? And will she spend all $500 on it?
Yeah, that'll be the question.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think this speaks to how good of a year this is because I feel like there's so many things that I still would love to have on my team. But to round it out, I feel like I would like to have Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice.
Nice.
So I'll take it for $1.
That is, you should be jailed for that offense. For $1. Wow. Funnily enough, we are recording on the singular night that No Other Choice is getting an IMAX release. And we are here doing this instead. You've seen this movie, I take it.
I have, yes.
Okay. What are your thoughts on it?
I loved it. I saw it at the New York Film Festival, and it was another movie where it's just equal parts comedic and also just like so scary and like scary and like in a real, like it's scarily real. Like it was freaking me out how just like relevant it felt, but it also just balances like the satire so well. Great performances. I don't know. I mean, it's a Park Chan-wook film on the board, so kind of has to be taken.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately about a guy who gets laid off from his job and goes to strenuous lengths to gain reemployment and find his dignity once again, and doing so in a way that only Park Chan-wook can really display.
Yep.
A lot of these movies I'm finding out I did see at TIFF, which is great. No Other Choice, also one of those movies. And there's stuff in this movie that just like has never existed in a movie before. And it's pretty surreal stuff. It's kind of crazy. I really enjoy this movie. I think it gets a little bit messy, as Park Chan-wook films sometimes do, in kind of the back 30 minutes. And I think there's a lot going on. But, you know, it is a huge year. And I think No Other Choice falls into this bubble as well for dudes who are just kind of like lost in their lives. And the future's looking pretty grim. And that seems to be a pretty overarching motif of cinema in 2025. So, yeah, No Other Choice is great. This was on my board. I'd strongly considered picking it up. I didn't want 2 international films on my board.
That's fair.
I'm not anti-international. I just, got to get what I can. Okay. Ben, you got 2 left, man. It's all you.
Let's do this. I'm going to do the most recent 2025 movie that I watched, which I had a really good time with, The Naked Gun. I thought it was really funny. I love that humor, like percentage of the humor that like Airplane brings, or obviously the old Naked Gun movies. Liam Neeson, just so good. I thought he's really funny just in general, and it's like fun to see that play off, and Pamela Anderson was great too. So yeah, for $1, why not? I liked it.
Yeah.
And then for
Sophie,
$1 more,
have you seen The Naked Gun?
I have. Wasn't for me. That's not my humor.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's one
tracks.
joke in it, and I'm trying to figure it out. What's the there's a joke he makes about the house or the walls or something, Ben, when they're in the
because he's like, I can't fight City Hall. He's like, yeah, it's a building.
Yeah. It's really good stuff.
Funny stuff.
Really,
That's funny
really
stuff.
funny. Really,
See, Sophie,
funny.
you're laughing at it now.
Paul Walter Hauser being the comedic sideman in like 4 movies this year. Incredible work rate from that guy.
So good.
Yeah, you can't fight City Hall. I know it's a building.
It's a building. And then last but not least, I'm not going to doubt Big Jim. I'm going to go with Avatar.
Wow.
What is it?
Huge
Fire and Ice? I don't know what it is. Fire and Ash. Yeah. Whatever it's called.
If you
Avatar
can't pronounce
3.
the name of the title, I think you should be forbidden from putting it on
put
your
it
team.
on there as Avatar 3. That's what I want it called. Avatar 3.
Oh man.
I don't know. I'm one of those people that he's proven wrong every time. I'm just like, nah, this is not going to be that great. And then you watch the movie, you're like, actually, it was pretty fucking great. So I have a feeling he's probably going to do it again. So for $1, I want Big Jim on my team.
Huge get.
Yeah,
Huge get at the bell here.
Thank you.
Only movie none of us have seen. Am I correct?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. The sole blind purchase of the auction.
Hell yeah.
I've got my tickets for IMAX 3D. I mean, never doubt Big Jim. So I'm here. I'm seated.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, we have completed the 2025 auction draft revisited. We've done it. Let's go through our teams quickly and then give any honorable mentions that we maybe didn't get around to speaking about because we only got 18 movies on the board. So, Sophie, why don't you read your movie and how much money you spent on it?
Cool. For $393, I picked up Marty Supreme. For $100, I got Sentimental Value. For $5, Sorry Baby. For $1, Wake Up Dead Man. $1, The Testament of Anne Lee. And another dollar for No Other Choice.
Mm-hmm. Ben, what about you?
For $995 and a few small beers, I got One Battle After Another. For $1, I got Thunderbolts. For another $1, I got K-pop Demon Hunters. For another $1, Weapons. One more $1, I got The Naked Gun. And for my final $1, I got Avatar, Fire and Ash.
It's really $995 and a few small dollars when you think about it. You know?
That's kind of what it is.
It's kind of the motif of the team. For $476, I got Sinners. I got It Was Just an Accident for $5. Train Dreams for $125. Eddington for $205. F1 for $51. And Friendship for $1. There is one noticeable through line on all three drafts. I've been the sole member to compete in all three drafts, and I'm the sole person to have F1 on their team every fucking time.
You did it.
I did it.
Awesome.
Shirtless Brad.
We might not have the car, but we have the driver. That's what matters the most. How you guys feeling about this draft? Good exercise? Good adventure?
Yeah.
I had fun.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay. Me too. I had a lot of fun. Holy Trinity potting once more. Any honorable mentions from anybody? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff to throw out.
Yeah, before Sophie gets to the other 97 movies that are on her list, I just had like some documentaries that I liked this year. Like the Pee-wee one was good. John Candy, that one called The Perfect Neighbor. There were some good like documentaries, but I just didn't really feel like putting them on my team. But yeah, I was curious if Materialist was going to show up. That was the only thing I was wondering about, but obviously did not.
I thought you would nominate it, Ben.
Do I like it the most at 3 stars? That can't be right.
Oh no.
Oh,
I love
okay,
it.
good.
I love Materialist.
I love it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sophie, what else did you have? Give us the 97 remaining, just alphabetical order.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, all of the 10 movies in my top 10 were taken except for one, which is Richard Linklater's Blue Moon, which I love so much. I don't know if it really had a place on my team just because, one, have people really seen this? Like, I know it was in theaters, but yeah, I don't think a lot of people have seen it. But this movie is so special to me, and I think it's so insane that we just get like casually 2 Richard Linklater movies in a year. And I think that they're both really good. Blue Moon being the better of the 2 in my opinion, but I feel like this movie just like is right up my alley, being like a movie about old Broadway people, all in one place movie, great performances. I think it's my favorite Ethan Hawke performance ever, which I know is crazy.
Whoa.
I really like him. Yeah, I really like him in this movie.
Do you think he's getting an Oscar nomination this year? So
I
people
do.
tend to be swaying that way right now.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's so deserved.
I really need to see it. Shoot.
Yeah, I love it a lot. What else? I mean, I really like If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You and Die My Love. Those feel like a good pairing because they're both movies about mothers. Also some other Josh O'Connor movies that came out this year. I really love The Mastermind. I really love Rebuilding, which is a movie that nobody has seen but is very, very special, and he plays a cowboy, so I recommend.
Wow.
I mean, I liked so many other movies. I loved Begonia. I loved J. Kelly. We didn't discuss Hamnet, which is a movie I liked, but I just like don't even like to think about or talk about. So that's why it did not come out of my mouth. But
fair.
lots of gems this year.
I was with the Hamnet shout. I was going to say, out of my top 10, there's only 3 movies that did not get talked about or chosen. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning being one of those movies. Materialists was the other one. I had a feeling that it would get played and tossed around. It is one of my favorite movies of the year. And then Hamnet. I do have in my top 10 right now, and I think it's a fascinating case study of like what online discourse can do to the opinion of a public opinion of a film. And I thought it was quite good, but considering I'm a parent, I just expected it to do more for me, and it didn't do more. And then there's I strongly considered Zootopia 2. Thought about hitting that animated bubble, and I really liked Zootopia 2. Thought it was quite good. Other ones in the 15 for me, Black Bag and Predator Badlands, I actually really liked a lot. So the movies, they're out there. And then, like I said, I think after that range, it gets a little bit of a drop off for me personally. So I think we did a pretty good job talking about the big ones, and it was a blast. It was great. Special thanks to you both, my co-hosts, Ben and Sophie. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This was a pleasure.
Wow. I don't think I've ever been thanked before on the show. Probably the first time in 103 episodes. Who do you think is winning this draft?
Not me. I don't know.
Beat yourself up. You have Avatar. And that's one true. Battle. You have one battle. That might be see this and vote. Yeah. That might be all it takes.
I think you guys have good, well-rounded teams. I think I have a big movie and then maybe another big movie, but who knows?
Yeah. We'll see how Avatar Fire and Ash plays out as this episode does release. Again, thanks, guys. This was a great adventure, great exercise. Sophie, it was wonderful to have you back on the show. We'll never give away a third chair. Don't worry. No matter how much anybody begs or pleads, it will always be yours in a glass case forever and ever. Next week, we are setting history. We're doing our third auction draft in a row here on the Movie Draft podcast feed, and we're doing the 2026 mega auction draft coming your way. Going to be really, really fun, and I am super excited to do another auction draft, looking at more movies and be the single person that does them all. And we're going to be getting a new guest on. Never been on a show before. You'd know him if you are in the film circle, and it's going to be a good time. Sophie, I know that you know who this is, and I'm pretty excited to get them on the show. Don't forget to listen and subscribe to the Movie Draft Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes of the show will be released weekly on Tuesdays. We'll see you then.